Studio microphone script. What Neanderthal life was really like. You'd eat your own children to survive. Intro. Hook. 0 to 3 o'clock. Imagine a world where winter never ends, where every breath you take burns your lungs, and every shadow hides something hungry enough to kill you. This was the life of the Neanderthals, humans who lived tens of thousands of years ago, in an age of endless struggle. But what was it really like? Forget the stereotypes of cavemen grunting in caves. The truth is far darker, and far more shocking. Neanderthals lived in a world so brutal that sometimes survival meant making choices too horrifying for us to imagine. Choices like eating their own children. This is the story of the Neanderthal. Chapter 1: The Birth of a Species. 3 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Neanderthals first appeared around 400,000 years ago in Europe. Built for survival. Short, stocky, strong, able to withstand freezing ice age climates. Bigger brains than modern humans, but used differently, adapted for survival, not abstract creativity. Childhood was short. At age 7, a Neanderthal child was already working, hunting, and facing the dangers of life. They weren't just dumb brutes. They had fire, tools, language, and even rituals. But their lives were a constant battle. Chapter 2: A Day in the Life of a Neanderthal. 12 o'clock to 2000. Morning began with fire. Keeping it alive meant survival. Losing fire often meant death. Hunting wasn't like today. There were no bows and arrows, only spears that had to be shoved directly into prey. They hunted mammoths, woolly rhinoceroses, and cave lions. Every hunt risked death. Women and children gathered roots, berries, and edible plants. Food was scarce, and winters could stretch months with nothing to eat. Disease and injury were constant. A broken bone could mean death, yet evidence shows Neanderthals cared for their sick and elderly. Still, there were times when compassion wasn't enough. When hunger took over, even family ties were broken. Chapter 3: The Darkness of Survival. Cannibalism. 2030. Archaeological evidence in Spain and France shows Neanderthals butchered and ate their own kind. Bones show cut marks, signs of flesh being stripped, marrow being cracked open. Was it ritual, or was it desperation? In brutal winters, when prey vanished and children starved, the unthinkable became reality. Sometimes the old were eaten first. Sometimes enemies. Sometimes their own children. This wasn't cruelty, it was survival. And in the Ice Age, survival was all that mattered. Chapter 4: Love, Family, and Death. 30,0040,00. Despite their brutal world, Neanderthals weren't emotionless. Evidence suggests they buried their dead. Flowers found in burial sites hint at ritual, maybe even belief in an afterlife. They likely loved their children as fiercely as we do, which makes the thought of eating them even more horrific. Life expectancy. Most died before 40. Many before 20. Childhood mortality was staggering. Half of all Neanderthal children never made it to adulthood. Chapter 5: Encounters with Modern Humans. 40,0050,00. Around 60,000 years ago, another kind of human arrived, Homo sapiens. Us. Unlike Neanderthals, we had advanced tools, longer distance weapons, and stronger social bonds. For thousands of years, Neanderthals and modern humans shared the earth. Sometimes they fought, sometimes they traded, sometimes they had children together. Today, every human outside Africa carries 1–4% Neanderthal DNA. A reminder of encounters long past. Chapter 6: Extinction and Legacy. 50,0058,00. About 40,000 years ago, Neanderthals disappeared. Climate change, dwindling food, and competition with modern humans wiped them out. The last of their kind probably died. In caves, huddled together, hungry and afraid. But they left something behind, pieces of themselves in us. Their strength, their adaptability, their endurance. Outro: The Truth of Neanderthal Life. 58,00 hour 2 minutes and 0 seconds. The story of the Neanderthals is not one of stupidity, but of tragedy. They were survivors, fighters, and caretakers. But when pushed to the edge, they became something darker, proof that the line between love and survival can break under the weight of hunger. So the next time you look in the mirror, remember, inside you are the echoes of a people who lived through endless night, who fought for every breath, and who sometimes chose horror over extinction. This was Neanderthal life. Brutal, beautiful, and unforgiving.